Hello and welcome back. My name is Juditha, and over here we talk about all things mindset. We talk about your dreams, your goals, your insecurities, your fears, all of those things that go into creating your dream life, like the things that are happening in your mind and in your body. Those are the things we talk about over here, okay? Because I get it. I've been where you are, and on some days I still am, okay? So I get it. So, what I want to talk about today is the hardest part about creating your dream life, which is ignoring your reality. So, the first thing that you obviously need to understand is okay, what is my reality? Your reality is exactly what is. It's what life looks like right now. It's who you are right now. It's the things that are happening right now. It's the struggles that you have, the doubt. That is your reality. It's whatever is going on right now, your reality. That is what your reality is, okay? Now, your dream life, that is the goal, right? That is where you want to go. That is where you imagine being. That is where that every day that you wake up, everything that you do, every thought that you think, every action that you take should be in service to this bigger goal, right? Should be in service to your future self, right? The life that you want to have, the person that you want to become. So that is the difference between your reality and your dream life, right? And the reason why the hardest part about creating your dream life is ignoring your reality, because a lot of people allow reality to keep them stuck, right? They allow reality to make them feel as if where they are is where they will always be, right? And I get it. Like, I understand that it's hard to be here and focus on being over there, right? It's hard to think positive all the time, especially when reality is filled with things that don't make you feel good, right? It's filled with struggle, it's filled with stress, it's filled with a lot of lack. Like, I just don't have enough of anything. I'm not where I want to be. I don't like my environment. I don't have the support. Like, when your reality looks like that, and you're focused on those things, and you consistently focus on what you don't have and what you still need and what's still missing, you are just recreating the very reality that you're trying to get out of, right? And that is why that is the hardest part about creating your dream life, because you have to develop the mindset where you're not so focused on where you are. And let me explain exactly why it's so hard for us to ignore reality, right? Because we were born into this world with five senses, right? You can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch, you can smell, right? Your five senses. And with those five senses, that is how we are navigating the world. That is how your brain is navigating your reality, right? That is how you get proof that you are alive. That is how you navigate every day. Like, without those five senses, you won't get very far. If you were born and you had no senses at all, then it would be very hard for you to exist in this reality, because you wouldn't be able to prove anything to yourself. You wouldn't be able to look at what is, to hear what is, to feel what is, to taste what is. Like, you just would not be able to navigate this reality. And there's a sixth sense, and some of you may have heard it. That sixth sense is like your intuition, right? However, most of us aren't living based on our intuition. Like, we're not following our intuition. We are relying on our five senses to tell us what life looks like, to tell us what life feels like, to tell us what this tastes like, what that smell like, right? So because your brain is so oriented to use these five senses to navigate your reality, when you are trying to create your dream life, the sense that you are using is that sixth sense. It's your intuition, right? It's your ability to know something without having proof. It's your ability to trust in something without knowing exactly, like, why the hell you trust it. Why would this come true, right? It's your ability to trust in the unseen, right? To trust in a higher power. That is what your intuition is. That is your sixth sense. And the reason why a lot of people can't do it is because it requires you to ignore your five senses. It requires you to ignore what you have been taught from birth to listen to, right? You have been taught to look at things for what they are, right? And take them for what they are. These are the things that you have been taught. You have been taught to rely on these five senses. Nowhere in school did they ever teach you about your intuition, right? Nowhere in school are they teaching you to believe in the unseen and the unknown and to have faith. Like, that isn't taught, right? You have to teach yourself that as you get older. So, because we're so heavily reliant on these five senses, when it's time to use that intuition, it's hard to trust in that intuition, right? It's hard to trust that these things that I can't see, like the money that I dream of having, the life that I dream of having, the car, the love life, the friendship, the anything that I dream of having, if it's not in my reality, it's gonna be hard for me to believe in it, because my five senses can't prove it to me right here, right now, that they already exist, right? So the way how you deal with this, the way how I've been dealing with this is, A, you have to believe in something bigger than yourself, right? And I say this all the time, but personally, me, I have to believe in God. Like, I have to believe in the universe, in the power of the universe. I have to believe in the law of attraction. I have to believe in the law of least effort, right? In the law of cause and effect. These things that just naturally occur in the universe, these beliefs help me. They keep me grounded in this reality, but not too much to the point where I don't believe that there are things beyond this reality, right? I very much heavily believe that I am a spirit having a human experience. So I want to use my intuition and I embrace my intuition. I try to listen to my intuition as much as possible. But of course, my reality is always going to be pulling me back because that's just what my five senses are made to do. My five senses are meant to show me exactly what is. But I have spent years working on my intuition. I have spent years building my faith in God, in the universe, right? And a lot of us, we are pretending to have faith. We are pretending to believe in God. And you know that you're pretending based on how you're living your life, right? If you are creating a life that feels too good to be true, to some extent, right? Because for some crazy reason you just believe that you can have that life, then I would say that you are living a life in alignment with believing in God, right? And having real faith in God, because that is all you need. That is that sixth sense right there. It's like something that you can't explain to anybody. Like, no, I can't explain to you why I believe that I will be a millionaire, even though in my reality right now, I don't have any proof of that, right? All I have is that there's me, there's my dream, and there's the actions that I take every day, there's the thoughts that I take every day, there's the feelings that I try to maintain and stay in vibrational alignment with the reality that I want every day, right? That's what I know, that is what I know is true. So the key for you is to train your brain. Like, that's the only answer. You have to train that sixth sense, that intuition. You have to practice actually having faith in God. And the second thing that'll help you ignore reality is to know that it's your job to believe in things that serve you, right? It's your job to think thoughts that serve you. It's your job to choose perspectives that serve you, okay? To choose to focus on what serves you, okay? And the way that you know what serves you is based on how you feel, okay? When you think a thought, if you feel like shit, it's not serving you. If you have a belief system and when you think about those beliefs and they make you feel like shit, it's not serving you, okay? When you have a perspective about life that makes you feel like shit, it's not serving you, okay? When you believe things that just simply don't add to who you are as a person, that aren't driving you forward to the life that you want, to the person that you want to become, it's not serving you. And we think that just because we have these beliefs, just because we have these thoughts, just because like our parents taught us these certain things about life and about ourselves, that we have to keep them forever. And that's not true. Like, it literally doesn't even matter what reality is showing you right now. Like, it does not matter. You still get to choose to believe what is going to be true for you. You get to choose to be the exception to everything that is going on in the world right now. I work with a lot of women who are in countries where they feel like they cannot flourish, they cannot grow. And the number one thing that I tell them is that you definitely won't with that mindset. Like, you definitely will not if you believe that the economy is what's holding you back. You definitely will not find a job if you keep believing that you just don't have the training, you don't have the skills. It's hard. Jobs are hard right now to come by. You definitely won't, right? Because whatever you think to be true is going to create the reality that you experience, right? And that is why it's important to be able to ignore your reality in circumstances like this, regardless of how shitty the economy is. It does not matter. It doesn't serve you to keep thinking about, damn, I'm not going to find a job, I'm not going to do well because of this economy. Like, it does not, that doesn't serve you, right? The point I'm trying to make is that we feel like we have to believe these things just because they're a part of our reality, right? Or just because someone told us this is who you are, or this is what life is. Something that I've grown to do is to believe in whatever the fuck I want to believe in, okay? If it serves me, I'm going to believe it. If it doesn't serve me, I'm just not going to think about it. Right? You get to choose what you want to believe, okay? And it only has to serve you and the goals that you have, okay? Now, the third way to ignore your reality so that creating your dream life comes just a little bit easier is to actually learn about your brain. Like, what is my human brain doing as I'm trying to create my dream life, right? Because when you know what your brain is doing, just because that's what brains do, like it has nothing to do with who you are, it's just what the human brain does. When you know that, you don't take it personal, right? So when your reality is showing you that you don't have enough of something, when you can't help but to be focused on what's missing, on what's going wrong, on how far away you feel from where you want to be, just know that that's what brains do. It's using your five senses to show you what is, and you have to use that sixth sense to believe in what could be. Okay? You cannot let the reality of what your brain is showing you and telling you be the determining factor of how life is going to go for you forever. Your human brain is going to do what brains do. And it's up to you to question it. It's up to you to not make it mean that there's something wrong with you. Become so self-aware that you're able to say, damn, my brain is doing what brains do. And it's making me doubt. It's making me question. It's making me look at what is and feel as if my life is over. This is what your brain is going to tell you. It's going to give you every excuse as to why you should not step out of your comfort zone. And it's up to you to make sure that you are training yourself, you're training your brain, you're training your mind, your belief system, your actions, you're training all of that to know that what is not what will always be, right? Know that you have to choose to ignore your reality in order to create your dream life, because you cannot be focused on the problem and expect for solutions to come. Okay? That is it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. I hope you bloomed today. I hope you learned something. Make sure that you like, make sure that you comment, and if you're not already, make sure that you subscribe. Okay, I want to know what y'all think. If any of this resonated with you, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one.